Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have 7 more plays for you. Player props, you can play it on Prizepicks, Draftkings, FanDuel, anything you want to play it on. Yesterday, we went 5 for 7, but we started out 5 for 5, really hopeful, and then LeBron let us down, coming up a rebound short, and Jaylen Brown. That Celtics game was just much slower pace than we thought. We thought they were going to play up to the Bulls tempo. They played down to the Celtics tempo. So today, we have 7 picks, like I said, and the first one, we're going with the reigning league MVP to get over 32.5 points. The last time he played a really bad defense was against Indiana when he dropped 47, and he also dropped 30 on Milwaukee. Tomorrow he gets a matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans that should see him absolutely cooking. New Orleans is the 3rd best team to target when you're looking for a player to go over on an offensive category, because they play at the 10th fastest pace in the league, so they play somewhat fast, but they are also 3rd in teams' opponents' points per game and defensive rating, 27th defensive rating, 3rd worst, which is what we look to attack, and that is why SGA is going to be absolutely cooking tomorrow against them. So we're going to take him for over 32.5 as the first leg of our parlay. Now, next up, for whatever reason, we don't have the line for Deni Avdija, but he does have a very favorable matchup tomorrow, and so we're going to look at some of his latest numbers here, if I can. Deni, as you can see, is having a big-time season, averaging 26 points a game, shooting at 47% from the field, 36% from 3, and tomorrow he gets to go up against a Washington Wizards team that is just simply not very good at basketball. They give up a ton of points here. The over-under for tomorrow's game is closing in on 240, so they're expecting it to be about 120 to 120, high-scoring game. Looking at the Blazers probably scoring at least 120, maybe over, and for a Wizards team that plays at, like I said, just like the Pelicans, the 9th fastest pace, but they are 2nd in opponents' points per game and 2nd in defensive rating, so a little bit better than the Pelicans. They're the number 2 team to target, right in front of the Pelicans, right behind only the Utah Jazz, who also play on this slate, but sticking to this game, we're going with Deni Avdija on his over 4 points. It's probably going to be about 26.5 because that's his average, but we will still take it even if it's up to 27.5. Take the over on Deni Avdija. Next up, we're going and staying with this game, and for whatever reason, Prizepicks doesn't have any props up yet for it. We're going to be sticking away from Alex Sarr dunk, so that's for sure. We're going to stay with this game because, like I said, high over-under. Both teams play at a relatively fast pace, with the Wizards playing at the 9th fastest pace. The Portland Trailblazers actually play at the 5th fastest pace. So that's why we're heading over here to the Sacramento Kings. And Keyshawn George, as of late, has been playing some really good basketball, averaging 15 a game on the year with 6 boards, 5 assists in 31 minutes. But if you go down here and look at his last few games since he's averaging 17 a night. So we're going to be taking him on the over here against the Blazers. We're going to be going with his overall points. Should be around 15.5, 16.5. We're still taking the over. Sticking in this game. It's going to be a very fast-paced game, the number 9 pace versus the number 5 pace. We're going to be sticking with it here. We're taking both Keyshawn George and Deni Avdija from this game. Next up, we're going over to this Clippers game because we want to attack the Utah Jazz. We've gone over the number 3 team to target and the number 2 team to target. Now we're going to go after the number 1 team to target, and that is, of course, this Utah team. And we're going down here, and we're going to Kawhi Leonard points. See, they've already got the Demon up at 29.5. You can go ahead and take it if you want. His regular line is 25.5. That's what we're going to go ahead and take here because this should be an absolute smash play. Not only is he leading the league in scoring over the last month, but, by the way, he plays a team that is the worst defense. They play at a very fast pace, 2nd in the league, and by every measure, they're the worst defense in the league. This is my play of the day. This is an absolute smash play tomorrow. Unless for whatever reason he shoots like 10% from the field, Kawhi Leonard will hit this with ease. And then we're sticking with this game. We're going with the Clippers once again, attacking that Utah Jazz very poor defense, and we're going James Harden on the points plus assist. It's been 3 games since he hit this line, and yes, it might be a little high at 34.5, but man, actually, no, it's not even high. This is his average, and he plays against a very lackluster team. Keep in mind, when he played the Wizards, who are a little bit better defensively than this Utah team, he went off. I expect the same thing to happen. Yes, there was no Kawhi for this game. I still expect the same thing to happen. He's going to get a few assists to Kawhi. Anyways, this is the superstar parlay. This is what I like right here. 20 to win you 120. This feels very good tomorrow, although, yes, I usually don't like playing with guys from the same team, but in this case, against this Utah team, it's just such a smash play, and they account for so much of the Clippers' offense, it's tough to stick away from. The last two plays of the day, we're going over to the rebounds category. And the first one is in this Oklahoma City and New Orleans game, where we're going to be hitting up Derek Queen. And his line for this game is 7 rebounds, but we're going to be taking the over for a couple of reasons. One, Isaiah Hartenstein remains out, and 2, Oklahoma City gives up the 6th most rebounds per game to opponents, right behind New Orleans at number 5. New Orleans plays at a pretty fast pace at 10th in the league. Oklahoma City isn't exactly slow either, so it should be an up-tempo game, and we're going to be going with Derek Queen at over 7 rebounds here for our first rebound play, and our second rebound play is going down here to the Portland Trail Blazers, going back to the Blazers here. Oh, there's the lines. So we can go back and put them in the parlay, like literally as we speak. That's crazy. So we're going Denny over on points here, and then we're also going, or I lied, they've only put the Blazers section down. So we're going Denny over on points, and then we're going Klingon over on rebounds. You can get up to 13.5 if you want. There's a reason they have this Goblin here as the play. We'll go with the Goblin here to play it safe. But like I said, hey, if you're feeling ballsy, go ahead and take that 13.5 because this Klingon's obviously a monster. There's going to be a ton of rebound opportunities. Washington plays at the 9th fastest pace, Portland at the 5th fastest. Obviously, we saw the over-under total earlier, and also Washington gives up the 2nd most rebounds per game. So really, I should be taking the 13.5. But I'm taking the 9.5 to play it safe. This is 3 legs of the parlay. We already looked at the other 3, and then eventually they'll release the Keyshawn George one. But yeah, that's my 7 plays today. Remember the rules. If this does help you win any money, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.